ship was afraid of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. Big freighter's car, it was better than most, with the crew and good captain well seasoned. Dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait. The waves broke over the railing. Every man knew as the captain in hell, which of November comes the sun.
Yo, welcome to SmallmouthCrush Live on this lovely Monday, October 11th edition. Things have got a little crazy over the last 48 hours, meaning actually things I think got crazy last week on this show. But we were supposed to have some guests tonight. Things got, schedules got a little messed up. And so next week is the 18th. We have a Patreon. So if you guys want to get involved with that, you can sign up in the description below and find out more information on the Patreon. The 25th, we're going to have hopefully a couple representatives from St. Croix Rods breaking down all the different rods that have been used in this year and kind of going into specific, which ones I like, which ones some things I would change. Just a big show. Why I love St. Croix rods so much. And then on the 31st, let me get this right. Let me pull up my calendar. The 31st, which is a Sunday, Halloween. We're going to do a Halloween edition Smallmouth Crush. I'm not sure if Epic Eric's going to join us on that one. Probably not. It's going to go deep. It's going to be pretty intense. And we have some pretty cool guests lined up for that already. I'm going to invite Eric. But I just don't know if he's going to be ready for that one. And as you can see, I'm all by myself. I got a text message from Alex 10 minutes ago calling in sick. I give him all the juice on Lake St. Clair. And he bails on me. Not happy. Not happy about that. Erica will be joining us momentarily. And perhaps a special guest as well. I'm just kind of going through the comments. So I never got into Halloween much. Really, any holiday for that matter. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool show. So it's going to be Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be able to make it, because I know some people go crazy for Halloween, and they might have stuff going on. I figure 8 o'clock will be a good time. I'm sure it's going to go well into the wee hours of the morning, but hopefully not, because I have to drive to Wisconsin the next Monday. At least that's what my schedule shows here. Yes, November 1st, Wisconsin. So we got to go deal with that. What else here? Do I need a makeup artist? I don't know. Who wrote that? Rich. I don't know. I think I have everything I'm going to need for my costume right here. We'll find out. It's got the makeup and everything. I don't know. I'm going to try to do it myself. Oh, people didn't get the notification. Let me know in the comments if you get the notifications. Let me know in the comments if you watched the whole episode last week and your thoughts. Because unfortunately, part of the episode was amazing. We had YouTube fishing vids on talking, dishing out his victory down there at the 2-day BFL. And then BTC pops on and ruins the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. Eric says he's running a little late. A couple things to get through before we get into whatever we want to get into. Since I'm riding solo right now. Smallmouth Crush podcast. We're almost to the end of season 2. It's been a year. It's been a crazy project. A lot of work, a lot of time. But I think we're going to continue and do a season 2. And I threw out some ideas, or if people could give me some ideas on what they thought, how we could make a good season 2 on the Smallmouth Crush podcast. And keep in mind, this whole YouTube channel, this whole everything that we're doing, yes, Smallmouth Crush is the name, but we are going to focus, and we bring you guys some good largemouth information as well, anything bass fishing related. But I think we have to broaden the topics when we go into season 2. And right now, this is one I'm leaning on. I kind of have the script laid out here. I think it's going to be a weekly podcast that will interview some of the best local and regional tournament anglers in North America. So I want to discuss techniques, strategies used in recent bass tournaments to help you guys gain an edge on your body of water. And so I think it's to talk with anglers that may not have gotten a bunch of exposure in the past, since they could be local team events, smaller events throughout the country. But I want to get into detail what makes them so good. And so I want to really sit down with some of the top guys that are consistently in the top 10. You probably know a few in your area. I mean, on the Chesapeake Bay here, I can name 5 or 6 guys that are always, for the most part, going to be right there. And so I think that's going to be a really good way to connect with new fans as well as the old, kind of moving away. I mean, we could definitely, I'm sure we're going to have some smallmouth guys too. But I think that's going to be a pretty cool concept for season 2. I'm already worried about season 3. What do I do after that? I don't know. The problem is, I shouldn't say problem, but what we're going to be able to do is get all these guests, hopefully a lot of these top sticks, done in the early winter months, kind of like I did with the podcast now, which would free up some time. But let me know in the comments what you think of that. I'm excited to continue it, although it's a tremendous amount of work that seems like it's never ending. Yeah, Benjamin was just on last Sunday. Last Sunday. And did a great job. I mean, we have a couple guys here coming up for season 1. Perhaps a guy you may not have heard of before. Bill Schultz. Dude's caught like 25,000 smallmouth in his life. Jason Gramada, Travis Myers, Chad Pipkins. A whole bunch of guys here that we're going to have yet to finish this out. We're not done yet. Oh, let's see here. Maybe it's time to bring on our first mystery guest of the night, since Eric hasn't joined us yet. And I know you guys are dying to know who we got. And as I just said, that he pops off the screen. Let's just bring him on full screen. And as you can see, Big Time Jimmy has got technical issues with his volume. We can't hear nothing he's trying to say. Trying to make a good entrance. Let's bring him back on and see here. Can you hear me? Jimmy, come on. Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of people there. Let me see if I can get it set up on my end. Hold on, guys. Let me call him. See if he... Brohim, we can't hear you.
Why? Everything's right, Travis.
It can't be.
Dude, all right, let me try to go back.
Re-enter it, and inside you're going to see a camera and mic button where you can test things. That's why I said, Jimmy, 20 minutes ago, I'm ready to go. I'd like to bring you on. We got...
Bro, I was re-rigging. I'm fishing a big derby.
It's 8 o'clock at night. The sun went down 3 hours ago, and you're still rigging up? Come on.
Can you see me?
Hold on. Well, I'm going to hang up and try to get you back on, all right?
Yeah, do your show. All right.
Bear with me, guys.
Me now.
Now,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank God. How are you, sweetheart? Oh my God, I haven't. Wait, did you dial my number by accident? What's it?
I just thought it was time to bring you on, dude.
Well, really? Yeah. Check out my new bird. You see it?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. 921 Elite. Oh, there it is. Huh? Got me a new ride, baby. Jimmy
Did you
Big
really?
Time. No, God, no. I can't afford one of these fucking things.
Oh.
I didn't. I still have the old Tritone.
Who are your friends?
Oh, a couple guys I met down here. Actually, they're all Big Time and Smallmouth Crush viewers.
Are they?
Yes, they are. They support you, sir.
Good to hear.
Yeah, they're awesome guys, man. They're awesome guys. They really are. It's Damien, John, and Caleb.
Okay. Okay.
They're teaching me some stuff. I can't explain what they're teaching me on the air, though. It's probably not legal. Wow. Yeah, see? There's one there.
Where are you at? What hotel?
The Dewdrop Inn.
Okay.
I'm actually at the where I stay at the Hampton.
Yeah, that's where we always stay.
Is there? I don't see any chat or anything on this. Is there people on?
There is. Yep, they're all welcoming you back after a couple of months of. You've just been busy.
Well, you had
dude.
me on. You put me on. You put me on hold for a while, bro.
Well, we've all been busy. You know how that goes.
Is that your excuse? You sticking to that?
I'm just
How's
saying.
the wife and my kid?
They're good. They're good.
Oh shoot, you're too much. See, I'm telling you.
So how's practice going?
Well, I can't discuss any of that right now.
Okay. When does the tournament start?
Thursday.
Okay. So Monday, and this is what is this?
Honest with you, the rivers. It's a little tough. It's been tough fishing. It really has. This is the regional for the BFL.
Oh.
So the event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
So
what have you been up to?
Same old stuff, man. Just I'm not trying to be a downer here, dude. But just a lot going on.
Gonorrhea?
Yeah, that too.
Oh,
a lot going on, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, go get a shot, cure it right. It'll get rid of it quick.
So well.
Does it hurt when you pee? Or?
Not too much anymore. No.
All right, good.
No.
What have you been? You've been busy working?
Yeah, working and organizing and preparing.
for next year?
Yes. Epic Eric wants
I-
to do this Legendary Lakes thing, and I don't see how there's any time we're going to get this done. There's just a lot going on, dude.
You got a busy schedule, buddy.
Mm.
You know?
So how do you feel the river's going to play out here in a couple days?
I think it's going to be definitely it's not going to fish real well. I think there's going to be a lot of people with 1s and 2s. I think it's probably going to take anywhere from 13 to 14 pounds a day to win. That's just my guess. Maybe someone will probably come with a big bag day 1, 17, 18, but to do that 2 days in a row is going to be tough. I think personally, based on what people, I've seen and with guys, it's been pretty tough here.
Right.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah. It's you wouldn't like it.
No.
No.
No, thanks.
No.
Dude, I've had plenty of nights right where you're sitting, rigging up, wondering what the heck are we going to do to catch fish tomorrow?
Yeah, I didn't even bother. I just left the same shit on.
Is it hot down there? Is it kind of like muggy and stuff, or?
No, it's cold, right, guys? It's kind of chilly. They all got their damn hoodies on. It's cold here, but it's going to get hot again. The weather's going to heat up. I think Friday's supposed to be 85 or something.
No kidding. Yeah. So that's my memories of the Potomac. Super hot.
Yeah. I'd rather have it be super hot.
Tough.
Yeah. I like a tough tournament, but I mean, I got some fish, I got some, so.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
Yeah, we'll figure something out,
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you planning on doing over the winter now?
The wintertime planning, there really isn't one. It's going straight to Epic Eric's Legendary Lake list.
And you guys are actually going to go travel to these lakes?
Don't know, I guess, unless perhaps 2025 would be a better goal for this, but if he wants to do it,
you'll be in Canada by then, or New York. You'll be somewhere else.
See ya. Oh man!
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be honest. These Phoenix boats are really nice, Travis.
Are they? Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. Someday when I grow up, maybe I'll get one.
What would be the boat of choice? Would you stick with Triton if you could get a new one?
No.
You just like the fact you don't have a payment.
I do.
Right.
I do enjoy that.
Yes.
Yeah. And now I have upgraded some stuff, kind of, upgraded a few things. Got spot lock on there, and stuff like that,
You're catching up.
Almost. I'll never be able to catch up to you though, because you always got the greatest.
I always wanted to take you up on Lake Ontario, but we never made that happen.
See, David, what I tell you?
Oh.
Yep. He said, "How come you never fish with Travis?" I said, "Because every time he asks me, I'm busy."
Exactly. I've invited you a few times.
Yeah, I know you have. I know you have. I actually kind of miss you.
I realize that.
Yeah, I really do. Oh, I do have a smallmouth crush hat I'll be wearing in practice tomorrow.
Nice.
Yep. I mean, you know that old dirty, stinky hoodie? I still got that. I'm going to wear that too tomorrow. For you.
We are gearing up, and you're welcome to come on location December 27th, 2 days after Christmas.
Okay.
We are doing a Smallmouth Crush blowout auction. Everything goes.
It's a boat and all.
Every useless bait that I own will be up on the auction.
Useless? What do you own that's useless?
I'm just saying, dude, there's too much stuff, and I already got my bait order in for next year.
I got a lot of stuff to put in that auction.
If I got to afford to get
my baits are all top quality. They're not seconds.
I get that. So I thought it'd be cool to have you come in studio. We'll do the auction. Everyone kind of likes your entertainment during that time frame. I'm sure Epic Eric will have some goods.
Okay.
And I was thinking
Eric, you see
maybe,
this? All three of us.
that'd be kind of
Hey,
cool.
Susquehanna Fishing Tackle does that. 3 on a show.
They do.
Yeah.
If Eric wants to drive up here for that, he's more than welcome to. But I think that's what we got to do. And perhaps, I know in your bait making process, you got to have bags of maybe ones that didn't pass the quality. Maybe the color ran through a little bit.
I had to lay them off. I couldn't afford them anymore.
Right.
Yeah, QA is pretty much out the shitter.
Right.
Can I just say, everyone who's out there who's saying hello to me, I don't know if I don't see any comments on here, so I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. And I know Travis does as well.
What I could do is put some comments up on the screen so you can see them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you see me okay? It's kind of dark.
Yeah, I can see you fine.
Great to see you, Jimmy. Who said that? Brendan? Hey, Brendan.
Yeah, everyone's saying hi, man.
Oh, man. Hi, guys. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So I'm kind of in tournament mode. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I did fish a few tournaments this year. I told you I was gonna.
You fished a few.
Yeah.
Thought you'd do a little better, but you fished a few.
I'm gonna be honest, Travis. Just call me 15-pound Jimmy.
Right.
Because I can't catch no more than 15 pounds.
That's fine, man. You've been out of it for so long. Nobody's judging you.
No, hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
And listen, I don't care if they were, dude. Judge me. Just remember, when you're pointing that finger forward, there's 3 more pointing back. Just remember that, buddy. All right? Yeah. Point. There's 3 more pointing at you. Okay? You don't get that, do you, Travis?
I get it.
Okay. Who's that? Well, Jimmy, what? Read that to me.
I don't. They're coming in so fast.
Your baits worked. Rick, come out. Your baits worked on the big river. Oh, thank you. Rick. Hey, Rick. All right, yeah. Yeah, I actually caught all my fish on St. Lawrence on all my baits. Yeah, my little flatworm that I make. Yeah, I swear, Travis, I did. God's honest. It's nice to make your own shit and then fish actually eat it.
It is. I mean?
Mm-hmm. Can the guys say hello?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Come on over here, fellas. Let everybody say hello to Smallmouth Crush. Everybody say hi to Travis. One at a time.
Yeah, who we got? Who's up?
Go ahead.
What's going on, brother? It's Caleb Conrad here.
Hey, man, how are you doing? Where are you from?
Pretty good. I'm from Cortland, New York. We actually talked on the phone, man, a few months ago. I worked for Douglas Rod.
He's a Douglas Rod guy.
Ah, yeah.
I worked for Cortland Line before that.
Yeah.
So. Sweet.
By the way, I love that line, Travis.
Great.
Yeah, isn't it good?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
That's Caleb. Let's go over here. John, come over here. This is Damon. This is Damon.
Hey, man.
Shawshank Redemption. Say your last name.
Schlachta.
Imagine that, Travis.
Shalakta?
Shalakta, yeah.
English, man.
I got shellacked up one time in Philly, dude. It was yeah.
Shalakta, where are you from?
I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Right by us,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Then we got HVC Johnny. Here's Johnny.
How's it going?
Johnny, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. Where are you from?
Up by Jim Thorpe, PA.
Yeah.
He's a Beltsville guy, bro. Smokes
man.
from Beltsville.
Big old swim baits.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's the crew, man. They're pretty cool guys, man.
They're keeping you company?
They are. They're helping me tie my baits on and shit. I don't even know how to tie a polymer anymore. Fucking brutal.
Who's got that sexy Phoenix next to you?
That would be this young fella right there, Mr. Damien.
Dang.
Yeah, he's got a nice boat. They all got good boats, man. These guys are up and comers, man. I'm telling you, bro.
I hear you.
Yeah. It's a lot easier now than it used to be, buddy.
Who's the old veterans hanging out at the hotel? Anybody besides you?
Rick McFall's here.
Who else?
Me and Rick had dinner tonight. Jay Berger, do you know him? I don't know him. These guys know him.
What about like John Venor and those guys?
No, Johnny didn't fish the BFLs this year.
Really?
Yeah. Dave Wilder will be here. He made it. Greg Wilder made it. A lot of the Bay Boys made it.
Huh.
Yeah. Obviously, you would have, but you didn't fish. So
Yeah.
I didn't like. This would have been great with you hanging out here, dude. We could have done a live from the Hampton Inn in Waldorf.
It's been done before.
I know. It's
Do you
never,
go to what's that restaurant right across the street there?
No, we ate right there. It's the Italian joint.
Yeah, I like it there.
Carrabba's. Yes, me and you ate there, didn't we?
The best chain restaurant on the planet.
Very good food. Me and Rick had dinner tonight. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Their food is good, you guys. Seriously, it's good. It's a little pricey though.
People want to know: are you selling baits in the parking lot?
No, I don't sell baits when I'm fishing, buddy.
Really?
No.
No, he's lying.
Nah, I ain't even showed any of them a bait yet.
Really?
I pulled in and he's trying to sell me baits right away.
Jeez.
Fire.
He's always selling. Man, I can't believe you got a week off of work for this.
Yeah. Vacation, baby.
So you win this, you go to the Classic or something?
Nah, isn't it an All-American?
Okay, close enough.
Top 6 go to the All-American? Something like that? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
It would be. Man, never made it.
No, that's one that you want for your bucket list, buddy.
Well, yeah. The schedule's not looking good. So
look good at all next year.
Jimmy, the Potomac, listen, the Potomac is on a downward spiral. I don't care who you are.
I like it, buddy.
Is it the snakeheads eating all the baby bass? Is it the grass not being healthy? What is going on the Potomac?
What I've seen what's going on with the grass deal is, of course, the hydrilla is starting to die off.
Hydrilla? Yep.
Starting to die off. But there's just this grass called stargrass.
Sure.
Have you ever seen that?
Yep.
And then a little bit of milfoil. So it's weird, man. It's matted over now. A lot of places are matted over. I mean, I had to like throw a big rock in, and then when it hits, it explodes, and then I can pitch because like it's really thick, dude. It's real thick. It's like yellow mats in a lot of spots,
Can you get any information?
No, I don't want any. I'm not allowed. Illegal.
Okay.
I don't do shit like that.
I'm just advice, I guess.
I'm joking. I'm kidding. No, we're not allowed. No.
Gotcha.
But prior to off limits, you could have, came out with me, but you decided not to.
You never asked.
I know I should have, huh?
So what's after this? What are you doing after this?
I'll be done. Maybe some stuff on the bay, dicking around,
Man.
But
I saw some tournaments going on the bay recently, and I don't miss that one bit. In fact, I'm gearing up to hit it hard March, April, and May again this year. Like I want a full schedule, full guide every day.
On the Chesapeake?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fit 70 trips in 3 months.
It's the best time to take them. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if things don't go well, I'm gonna probably hit the Chester Open on the way back.
On the bay.
Yeah.
If things don't go well.
Yeah, if we don't get to day 3, then I'll probably stop on the way back and hit the Chester Open.
I got you.
Yeah, maybe we'll see what happens. I think I might be done for the year though. This shit's worn me out,
dude.
Yeah, I can only imagine what you go through. I don't. No.
Well, I'm really enjoying being able to fish bodies of water that I enjoy to fish, which is kind of what I'm doing now. At the right times of the year.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mind a tough event if it's worth something. Like this is a big deal that you're doing. A spot in the BFL or All-American, top 6. I mean, there's a lot on the line.
That would be a big deal, Definitely. I mean, that's life-changing money, I mean, could be. Just the experience, and then the fact that you get to compete with. Do you even know what body of water it's on? No. They don't even know yet. It's always next year, right? It's always like the following June or something. I think it's on the Monongahela in Pittsburgh.
You don't know.
The Monongahela River.
Whatever.
It might be the Little Lehigh. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be in the Juniata. What do you think? Imagine putting 200 boats on the Juniata River.
I don't know.
Boy, oh boy. Well, you know what? I am so glad I got to see you because you are one handsome young man. I can't really see. You wearing a wide brim? I can't see real
Just
well.
a normal hat, bro. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to ask you, how are the babies?
You asked me already.
I did?
You asked me how your kids were. Yeah.
Sorry, Steph.
Man,
I got to get rolling here, bub.
you got stuff to do.
I do, brother. I do. I'm in game. I got game face. See it?
Well, listen, thanks for checking in.
Okay. Sorry.
You're always welcome back.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
luck
you very much.
Thursday, Friday, hopefully Saturday.
I hope so. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on, sir. It's awesome. All right, guys, on 3, we're going to say bye, smallmouth crush. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can't hear. Hold on, Travis.
Come on, Jimmy.
What?
Nothing.
On 3. Come on, boys. Get over here, Damien. These are good kids, man. Get over here.
Hook them up with some baits, dude.
Damien, hurry up, man. You guys made your debut on fucking Smallmouth Crush.
What you got in your cheeks, bro?
Oh.
Okay.
All right, you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. You guys didn't say
They
shit.
suck. We're out.
They're the worst.
We're
They're
out.
the worst.
See you, Jimmy.
I'm trying to make them famous. They don't even want to be famous.
I know.
No, they're good kids. They really are. Travis, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. You know I love you, don't you?
All right.
All right, be good.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
Later. Well, that was interesting. Good luck, Jimmy. Damn. Where do we go from now? We're still waiting for Eric, but in the meantime, I'll show you guys a couple cool things that I've been wondering about. I'm just picking random baits and talking. JP in the house, I see. I sent JP the invite just to touch base, see what's going on, but I never heard back from him today either. So, let me check something real quick, guys. Bear with me. There we go. Got that sent out. So while we're waiting for Eric to join us, the Z-Man jerk shrimp. I want to know if any of you guys have used this before. And what are your thoughts? I'm actually, I have a bunch rigged up to try this weekend. But I guess it's a shrimp-looking plastic, right? Kind of looks like a crayfish to me. It looks like something you could easily rig up on a Ned rig and scoot that along the bottom. I think it's a pretty cool little deal. And I picked up a bunch. This is Bloody Mary Sunday is the color. I thought it's kind of a cool color. It's got the right green pumpkin tones, a little bit of, I guess you'd call that an orange amber color in it. They're saying put in the tank. We could do that, but it floats just like the other ones. And when you work it over structure, these tentacles here are just kind of scooting along, floating up. It's got a pretty good amount of action, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work just fine. And it's going to give those fish a little bit of different look. I'm going to rig that probably on the Power Finesse Shroom's head. And I'll report back after this weekend what I think of it, but just something a little different. Yeah, I know. Fall. It's been super, super hot. We have a pretty big trip planned with Rick from MonsterBass and a few other guys that we're not going to mention just yet, but they'll be joining us next Saturday. Well, I should say next Friday and Saturday. What is that? The 20. I want to say it's the 22nd. 22nd and 23rd. And we're going to do a pretty big collaboration with a bunch of guys up on the St. Lawrence River. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm trying to get everything planned for that trip. I want to try a lot of different baits, a lot of different techniques. I really planned this trip. We planned this months in advance, and I was hoping that the water would cool down a little bit and get these fish more in a reaction bait type of mood. But they're just not going to be there just yet. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can certainly catch them on swim baits and jerk baits and stuff like that year round. But really get them going on some reaction baits. I don't know if we're going to hit that just right. Although temperatures have been, they're going to be cooling down a little bit, but it's still 60s during the day. So we're not going to see that true, what I was hoping for, third week in October, that real good spoon / silver buddy / jerkbait bite. That's going to go well into November, probably when I'm back in Wisconsin. And by the time I get home, who knows? Who knows what the weather's going to do? It's been pretty insane. I just sent the link out to JP if he wants to join us here. Let's see if he got back to me. He may or may not. I'm not sure what he's up to. He's been dude's been driving up 4 hours a day to work in upstate New York. Blows my mind how he does it, but we'll see what he's up to. Other than that, besides this trip that Eric and I have planned, Eric's actually we're going to be going up to upstate New York Saturday, and prior to MonsterBass arriving, and we're going to do a little bouncing around. I got a couple guys I want to try to hook up with and film some videos, film some episodes. I'm not going to name names again yet, but they've been on the SmallmouthCrush podcast before, and I'm hoping we can get them out on the water because some of you guys had some really good ideas when I was talking about season 2 or some things we should do for the channel, and they wanted me to go fish with some of the guests that we had on the SmallmouthCrush podcast show in the past and actually share some of the different techniques that they talked about. One that stuck out in my mind, I actually am still wrapping up a few of these. So I'm currently in the process of still doing interviews with guys for season 1. And Jason up there in Canada talked about fishing the St. Lawrence River, but not the areas that we think of. I'm talking more basically east of Messina and even further east from there, and really got my mind in my head like in a mess after that interview. Not only did I learn a bunch and want to go fish that stretch of the river even more, I ended up buying way too much tackle after that podcast. So I do apologize. I'm sure you guys are going to be doing the same thing once that comes out. He's slated to come out. What do we have here? Jason. So November 7th will be that episode. And the way he fishes for smallmouth and current and the way he looks for them blew my mind. It was a fascinating interview. We really only talked about locating deep fish in current and one specific technique, and that took about an hour. So I could have talked to him for 2, 3, 4 more hours. Mind-blowing stuff. So I can't wait to share that with you guys as well. Well, Saved by the Bell. JP in the house.
What's up?
Looking good, bro. In the basement, not the hotel room tonight.
No, I'm home.
Are you done with that long 4-hour commute every day?
Yeah, I think I only got to make like 3 single-day trips back up there, and I'm finished.
Nice.
So I'm working in town. I'm working like 15 minutes from home. It's great.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with ourselves, man?
I'm going to keep on fishing, man. I got a tournament on Sunday. I'm going
Don't
to
tell me Sakadaga.
Oh, yeah. Sakadaga Lake.
13 pounds.
13
So you've been
pounds
doing
a
well
limit.
in the past.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
They're chewing. I went up there Saturday, caught like 70 to 80 fish. It was
But
crazy.
so walk me through this 70 to 80 smallmouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting pressure. Obviously, there's a lot of people that fish these tournaments, correct?
Yeah, but this place is just stuffed full of them.
But they're tiny, right?
They're small. If you get 2 3-pounders, you win.
If you get 2 3-pounders.
Yes.
So your big bass is 3 pounds,
Yeah.
not 315, not 402.
There was a tournament 2 weeks ago. The guy weighed in a 4-pounder, but it was with the bag, so it's probably 3.5 pounds. 3.5 pounds is a stud there.
Wow.
That's why you won't come. Why would you leave Lake Ontario to come and catch 2-pound fish? But it's just a fun place to fish in the fall. You catch a ton of fish. I just like going up there and kicking everybody's ass.
How do you differentiate yourself from others? Like, why are you able to compete with that amount of fish?
Man, I just have these 2 areas on the lake that just for some reason, it's a reservoir, right? So they draw it down, and I just have 2 areas that really, when the water gets sucked out, all the bait gets sucked out, and a lot of guys like to pound the shoreline, and I just go to these areas and just grind it out all day in 2 spots and go through numbers and numbers of fish, and always end up I'm in the top 5 most of the time there. Won a couple of them.
Are you throwing reaction baits or are you working slow?
Yeah, a lot of times it's reaction baits, but they're on the slow bait right now, and the water temperature's like what was it, 65 this weekend, and
crazy.
So I have got that live scope so dialed in now in shallow water. So the fish right now are in like 9 feet of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're in grass. And dude, I can see them in the grass now. Like I went up there by myself 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't have nobody with me. I'm like, I'm just going to work with this live scope in the shallow water. I want to figure it out. And man, I'm like, oh, is that fish in the grass right there? So I flip over there, bang, get one. I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. So I just kept looking around. And it's amazing how many of them you can get when you get into a weed bed that has them in it, dude. I mean, I'm catching 20 fish in 30 casts out of this grass.
So JP, I guess we don't have too many people watching tonight. Color palette for your live scope. Have you messed around? I know what you're running, probably.
Yeah, I'm running the same thing that you recommended.
Okay, but my question is, here's what you need to do. You need to try the green for those grass fish, just for an hour or 2. I think it's emerald. It's called.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to give you a black screen with bright green, and so your grass is going to be really visible, and then that blob, that fish that kind of blends in with the grass, is going to really stick out with that. I think it's black emerald, actually.
So this lake grows this shit grass. It's like string weeds, right? And you'll get like a defined wall, and the fish will be right tight to the wall. With the palette that you had shown me up there at Lake Ontario or whatever, you can just make it out because it's basically the same color as the grass, but I'll see it moving, right? And I'm like, why is the bottom of the grass bed moving?
Sure.
It's because it's schools of fish just stacked there. It's crazy.
Do you have bottom fill on or no?
No.
Okay, which is fine, because your bottom fill actually will give you a more defined edge, but it's also going to sometimes block what you see past that grass.
And then when I'm in that 9 feet of water, I find that the blobs for a 2-pound fish make it look like it's a 6-pounder up on Lake Ontario in 25 feet of water. You know, you get these giant blobs sitting down there. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good one. And it's 2 pounds, you know? So
yeah. Do you even use a net or you just flip them in?
No, I'm just flipping them in.
Are you? Come on.
Yeah, I'm just flipping them in.
You use a net, dude.
No net.
Yeah.
No net.
2 pounds.
So.
Well.
Hey, Gino bought a boat.
I thought he was going to buy mine.
He bought a brand new Ranger Z18. Yep, picked it up last weekend. It was a 2020 leftover.
Great. Now he's going to be fishing all those Ontario events.
Nah, he ain't coming up there unless he's with me. He ain't coming up there unless he's with me.
Well, I kind of need a regular partner, man.
Yeah, well, let's do this.
Up there. What are we doing? What are we doing next year?
Lake Ontario every weekend.
Perhaps. Hopefully there's a good schedule.
I think we should fish the Thayer's Trail, dude, because they're paying the best money in a team trail. They're paying $5,000 for first place, regardless of boat numbers, and they're only drawing like 32 boats. So a 1 in 32 shot at $5,000, and then in the championship is a 2-day tournament. They paid $16,000.
It's good, but the problem is that lower field, especially for like reward money, like Nitro or your Phoenix or your New Ranger, you have to have a full field. So it was always nice when you could get 60 boats and perhaps have a shot at winning the $5,000 and your extra 6,000-7,000 on top of that.
That's what the ABAs are for. We'll fill it in. We'll do Thayer's Team Trail, do the ABAs, and then we'll just do all the Lake Ontario team tournaments. Gino didn't want that third place boat. What a dick.
Oh man. Sorry, Jimmy, big time. Still
You should have came down this Sunday and fished this tournament. Be fun.
When's the next one there?
There'll probably be another one the first week of November.
Oh, I could do this Saturday.
Oh, you want to just go fishing Saturday?
No, not
Yeah,
there.
there ain't no tournament there. It's tournament Sunday.
Well, I'll be up on Ontario. You're welcome to come up. Seriously, this weekend.
Is the weather looking good for Saturday?
I have no idea. Don't matter.
Oh, here's big news. My kid slaughtered the field, all right?
Yeah.
At the Castleton Elementary bass tournament, all right? So the school puts on a yearly tournament.
A bass
He's been fishing
tournament?
this thing. Yeah, well, you weigh in your biggest bass, sunfish, trout, and pickerel or whatever. So we go for the bass, and then I get him a bluegill too. So we go 2 years ago, he won. And then this year, he's like, I really want to win the bass. Because 2 years ago, some guy came in with like a 7-pounder, right?
Yeah.
So he only won the bluegill.
Right.
So I'm driving over to pick him up because he spends the night at my parents' on Saturday. So Sunday morning, I'm driving over there to pick him up to go do this tournament. And I drive by this old farm that the lady that at my high school, she used to work at. And I look at the pond, dude, and it's got that duckweed all over the top of it, right? And I'm like, man, I bet you I can hook a huge one on a bass or on a frog and have him reel it in, dude, and be good to go. So I said, I go pick him up. I go, come on, we're going to go over and knock on the door and see if this lady will fish in the pond. Bro, we call like 17 pounds and 5 casts.
I'd be going back to that pond.
Oh, dude, my kids reeling the thing in ready. Ass are jumping out of the water trying to throw the frog and stuff. So we go to the weigh-in, and I had like a Yeti cooler in the back of my truck with the bass in it.
Right.
And we weigh the fish. It was just under 4 pounds was the big one. And so we're pulling out because I didn't want the fish to die. I wanted to bring it back and put it back in the pond. And there's a guy pulling in I know that works for the town. And I go, the kid had one like just under 4 pounds. He's like, oh, my kid's got a 5-pounder. I'm like, oh, right, damn it. So
this is for the school tournament too. This guy's
this is
there.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
So I go.
I go truck tires.
Hold on a second. So I go, John Paul, you might not win the bass thing, but they're not telling you who won, right? The guy's like, we're not going to tell anybody who won. They're going to like find the kids at school. I'm like, what is this? Like, you don't want anybody to feel bad that they lost. I lose all the time, right? So my kid goes to school the next day and they did the Pledge of Allegiance over the intercom, right? And after they got done with that Pledge of Allegiance, now this is a K through 6th grade school. They're like, yeah, we just want to let everybody know that in the fishing tournament yesterday, there was only 2 categories of fish weighed in, bass and bluegill, and the winner is John Paul Pelletier from Castleton, New York. He swiped both divisions. So I get home from work, and my kid's like jumping up and down in the living room. I won. So he had a good time.
What happened to the 5-pound dude?
That guy he was probably just thinking he had some big fish, I guess. He's like, oh, the tail's sticking out of the bucket. And I didn't go back to watch him weigh it in because I wanted to go get this fish back in the pond so it didn't die on me, So,
yeah. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's cool, man. What did he win for that? Did he get a trophy at least?
The last time he won, it takes a couple weeks to get it. They got him a spinning rod, which was pretty cool. They didn't get him no Mickey Mouse thing. They got him a nice spinning rod, and that's the rod he's been using up at Sacandaga when he goes with me. He's actually pretty good. He just he's 7, so loses the interest after about, I don't know, 2 hours. So if I drive all the way up there for 2 hours, to me it's hard to want to put it back to start doing that stuff to keep them interested, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the key. I mean, short trips, right? Now I go out with Cole quite a bit, and it's the same deal, you know, playing with stuff. Last time I went with the whole family, and my daughter, she threw 3 of my scissors and a pliers over the side of the boat. I didn't know. First of all, you know, a good parent should know if
is that the nice blue handled pairs that are $40? Oh yeah.
If your kid's playing with the scissors, but I was trying to catch a bass. You know what I mean? I was working my bait. You know, and when I caught a glimpse of my eye. I'm like, shit, what was that? And I'm looking around, I'm like, well, there ain't no scissors or pliers left in this boat. So yeah, I had to run to the hardware store in Chameau Bay to get a couple pliers in case I need them in the future, but whatever, it's all good.
Yeah, so when I bought the Ranger, I took him and planning on fishing. He's like, come on, Dad, I want to catch a fish, you know? So I'm like, all right. So I go to the spot that historically has bass at a river. So he was the first one to catch a fish in the new boat. So that got him kind of hooked. Mm-hmm. Then he won this tournament. So he's definitely getting the itch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
have you been on Thai lately? Have you have any
I haven't been up there since June.
Desire?
This late in the year? Nah.
Can't figure it out.
Definitely a lot more difficult.
I bet the smallmouth bite's good up there. I'm excited because Eric's going to come back up with me next week, and we have a lot of stuff to explore. But on some of these windy days, I'm just wondering if we should maybe make a run up to.
Well, they're smashing them because that 2-day ABA was there, and I think like 19 pounds a day didn't even get you in the top 5.
Mostly smallmouth?
All smallmouth.
Yeah. I bet that topwater bite's insane right now. I bet Oneida should be, well, pretty soon.
Henry Frisco went to Oneida the other day. He only caught 7 fish, but he had 22.5 pounds on 5.
Man, but only 7.
7 bites all day.
That don't sound fun.
Not to me. Not this time of year.
No.
I'd rather go to Sacandaga and catch 7D.
The Oneida I remember this time of year would be 60, 70 fish all on a black spook, you know, just crushing it. But I'll tell you one good thing, man. Like, it's part of me wishes, like, I mean, it's good weather to fish in, but this time of year, it's like, where's that weather change, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Get those fish feeding a little bit more.
Usually I'd be deer hunting, and I gave that up this year, at least the archery season. I'm taking a break from that. And, man, it's been so warm. It's been real easy not to go, but I took a ride last night and seen 2 real nice bucks, and it didn't even really get me going. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. The valve's off. I don't want to open it. I'm trying to hold off. So
yeah, off on that, bro. You get enough deer.
Yeah.
You got a whole freezer full of that stuff. Speaking of that, are we doing the opens again next year?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Are you?
You always brought the deer meat. I don't know, dude.
Let's see what that schedule is. Hey, how about Jacob Prosniak? He's whooping ass, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Coming back from 7th to win that tournament. That pretty much solidified his elite series, huh?
He's back in the elites.
I was pulling for Panrack. All he needed was a top 10, and I think he would have done it. And then he had that bad second day.
Is his chances gone? Does he have anything else? Grand Lake. Could he still make it?
Oh, that's his home lake, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Maybe if he won, I don't know how far he dropped with that second day there on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of killed him.
Yeah.
What happened to Hallman? Why'd he quit fishing?
I don't think he had a shot at the Northern Opens, like to qualify or do anything special. So, you know, he's got a family. He's from Oklahoma. I mean, does he really want to drive up to New York and deal with big water and that stuff? If he is, you know, I mean, I see his point. I think that's the reason why he didn't fish the last. I don't want to speak for him, but
yeah. Oh, I seen Big Mike Zablinski just posted on there. He won some 2-day tournament up on the St. Lawrence River, all greenfish. What's up with that?
I'd love to find out. All my large, and I have not messed with largemouth a whole lot up on the St. Lawrence this year, but I think due to low water, all my areas I typically would have a pretty good bite never materialized for me. And I love getting up shallow and catching them up on the St. Lawrence, after a guide trip or the afternoon or whatever. I just haven't had that opportunity. I'd love to get Eric into some largemouth up there maybe this next week, but I'm kind of clueless. I know a lot of guys focus more on some of that deeper grass, but man, there's a lot of good deep grass in that lake and that whole system. And it's tough. My last guide trip up there, we had to stay in the river. JP, you know how much I love the river.
Oh, yeah.
It was blowing so bad, raining sideways. And we caught them, but it wasn't fun. Just dragging the drop shot around some of the
I hate it
and whatnot.
I don't know. I think I'd rather just put it in the trailer and drive home than fish in that river.
Right.
It sucks.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I just
gotta
think
learn it. I have to learn it.
There's so much to learn, dude.
Man.
That's the thing. It's such a massive body of water, but we'll see.
Here's the real question. Did the rocks turn on yet?
No.
No? Come on.
Dude, they haven't turned on since since July.
Damn.
John Ego's my rock.
My rocks.
Tom's dad.
Speaking of rocks, did you see Tyson Fury rock Deontay Wilder's head off on Saturday night?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, the heavyweight boxing match. Tyson Fury knocked out again. That's 3 times. Why would he fight him again?
I don't know. Ridiculous. Tells you how much I watch that stuff.
I watch it the next day for free on YouTube. I ain't paying $100 to watch no fight.
Even the people I had my last guide trip, they were all into this college football stuff. They were on their phones every time we were running, checking scores and talking about someone got sacked and touchdowns. It's like they were from the South. I get it. I know it's a big deal down there, but I'm so out of it, dude, when it comes to that stuff. I wouldn't even know where to start. Couple comments here. People are wondering, where's Alex tonight? Alex called in sick. I think he's just busy. He just got back from the Lake St. Clair. Eric's supposed to join us shortly here, but he said he's running a little bit late. He's down at the Outer Banks at his house down there. So he might join us here shortly. If he doesn't, we're going to wrap this show up quick because, man, I am under a lot of pressure and stress right now, JP.
What's going on?
Out, dude. I want to design the perfect future house. And I don't even know where to start. I'm hours and hours into YouTube videos. Do you know anything about that?
I can do the plumbing and heating in the house.
If anyone's into construction, if you could reach out to me that's willing to give me some pointers on what to do. I know you need like JP, I'll show you what it's been crazy here. I got a little where's my folder? Oh, here we go. So I found land that I want, and I have all these people marked. Like I found their names and maybe some phone numbers and stuff. So I obviously need to buy land, and so I have to try to contact these guys because these properties I would like are not listed. It's just some random piece of property that I'm like, dang, I'd really like to have a house there someday. So I had to track down the owners, and then I got to give them a phone call and be like, yo, bro, what's up? I'm wondering if you'd like to sell a little piece of land. Are you interested? And I'm probably gonna get turned down. If they want to sell it, they'd probably have it on the market, right? And so I'm sure I'll get a little irritated with that process. But if I can show you these drawings, if I can find the dang things, it'd be pretty cool. Oh, here we go. So I have this little graph paper, I guess, with little grid lines on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm trying to build like the ultimate shed. Okay. So you see, I got all my boats in there, how I'd want things laid out in the future. Like dude, I go through this constantly and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how many of this do you want to see? Like, it's all like, it's chicken scratch, dude. It's nonstop. I mean, trying to design everything perfectly here. JP, help me out.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
I mean,
I think you should hire a designer and you go there and tell them what you want, and they have a CAD program and they can draw that up in the computer.
yeah, because these free drawing programs that you can go online to do,
man.
I can't figure out how to even draw a line on that thing.
We've got this guy that works for our company, and what they do is they take this scanner and you go into the mechanical room you're going to be working, and you hook the scanner up. It spins around, for 45 minutes or whatever. It takes every dimension from the floor to the ceiling, wall to wall, everything else. And he can go back and he can draw the whole mechanical room up on the computer. It spits out how big the pipe's got to be, face to center, end to center, end to end, whatever. We fabricate it all in the shop. And then you just drive it out there and bolt it together.
Yeah. So I want sort of actually, if you guys could bear with me, since we're kind of going on a tangent, maybe I can pull up something.
Oh, my uncle died from COVID, dude.
When?
Last week.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he was on a ventilator for 7 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
And they took him off the ventilator. He lasted 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody's looking for a Harley Road King, my aunt's trying to sell it. I'll get you a good deal on it.
Were you close?
Was I close to my uncle? No. I mean, it's my mother's sister's husband, so I knew the guy, but we weren't like hanging out all the time. I still feel bad. He had diabetes, so I guess that's like
sure,
one of the things that COVID's not real good with. So,
Yep. Here we go. I might be able to pull this up. I might not. I've been big into these what are they called? Barndominiums. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to pull that up. And so I'd like to have the house incorporated with the shop all in one. But it almost looks like a church.
oh yeah.
The shop is like 5 times the size of the house.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm trying to plan for the future. I definitely want to run a walleye boat and a bass boat. I want to get back into duck hunting hardcore, which means I'm going to need a 25-foot open water duck boat. I'm going to need a little, 18-foot backwater boat, and an airboat. And so to fit all that stuff, it's very complicated, trying to do measurements and all that, like you guys could see on that grid. So any help you guys got, let me know.
I think David Brown's onto it. Whatever the wife wants.
Well, she's just worried about a big enough kitchen, a walk-in pantry, stupid stuff like that. I need to know where I'm going to put this airboat. First world problems, they're saying.
Oh yeah. I do commercial plumbing and pipe fitting for the guy that asked the question. It's a combination.
Listen, I'm trying to make things work here in this little 10x10, but so it's going to be a big change. I can't imagine having all this room and having a nice studio and being able to really work. You guys see when I get home. I don't know how you do it, JP, but it's a mess. It's trashed. Rods are thrown everywhere, and I got to re-rig and tackle.
Everything's in my boat.
Still all rusty.
No, it ain't all rusty. No. Dude, the new boat's got the fans. You get home, you turn the fan on, it dries the boat out.
Does that really work?
Yeah, that's great. You know what I learned is what I do is I turn it on when I leave the lake, and then I just leave it on until I get home. That thing's blowing the whole time I'm going down the highway.
Travis Wise, please reach out to me. Instagram. Ohio Barndos. Well, we'll see what happens. 10-foot doors. I'm thinking 12-foot wide doors.
Yeah, get the biggest doors you can.
Now, you can go bigger than that.
You're going to have side-by-side boats. Just get the giant door.
No, I don't want that. I want separate ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Airboat. That's a good question. Airboat for what? So I definitely want to do some late season duck hunting. And back in Wisconsin, you guys might not know this. I used to be one of the biggest duck hunters around. Probably bigger than I took it more serious than take fishing nowadays. But this was years ago back in Wisconsin. And I remember some of my best days out there busting ice in a 18-foot, aluminum boat trying to get out there. And if a guy had an airboat, man, they could do some serious damage. So I think when I get up on that big water and some of those back bays and stuff get iced over, there's some opportunities that a lot of people might not have access to. And I think an airboat's going to get me there. I also feel like for late and early season ice fishing adventures, that would come in handy as well. I mean, these things can go over open water, skim ice, and you can get out to those areas where either it's safe ice or heck, you could drill a hole right alongside the boat and fish through the ice. JP,
So-
you feel me?
Yeah, but when you're duck hunting, do you take the boat and do big circles to break the ice up so the ducks got somewhere to land?
Yeah, you could do that. Or just get to some of that open water section. And I don't know how the rules are in New York as far as open water hunting. And, back home, you could do that. I'm sorry. Some bodies of water, you can sit out there in the open, but some bodies of water, you had to be up against vegetation to count as legal activity. Like I couldn't, on some of these lakes back in Wisconsin, you can't set up out in open water with some type of gray tarp or something and blend in with the water and start shooting birds. Like you had to be next to some type of vegetation out of the water.
In New York, you can sit in somebody's backyard in the water because they don't own the water. And as long as you're shooting away from the house, you're legal. So people are always bitching because people get too close to their houses and stuff. That was the big thing. Duck season opened last weekend and all the fishermen were pissed off and the duck hunters are pissed off. It's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Just stay away from the duck hunters' decoys.
Right?
It's not that hard. You go into a spot and you see a bunch of decoys, you leave.
Yeah. A bass fisherman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's a spot you need to fish during tournament day in October.
Have some respect for the duck hunters, dude. Come on, man.
I know.
These guys are out there at 3 o'clock in the morning throwing decoys out.
Yeah. How do you think the folks on Chameau Bay are going to feel when I fire up that airboat at 4 o'clock in the morning? Right?
Be sending flaming arrows towards your new house.
They're actually not that expensive. You can get a used one pretty, obviously I want it to be a reliable one that, the last thing you want to do is have mechanical problems in November out on Lake Ontario somewhere. But, we'll see. They make good wetsuits nowadays or whatever you call them, ice suits.
What is the weather report for this Saturday up there?
I can check right now. Are you thinking about coming up? It would be pretty cool, man. 64 right now. 73 tomorrow for a high. So Saturday, 63. So it's going to be in the low 60s for a highs and high 40s at night. Shit. Southwest 13. Sunday's west at 17. Eric's going to love that. I'm not sure, dude. It wouldn't be worth the trip.
No.
No. Oh, shoot. So guys are asking, so I live just outside of Philadelphia right now. So I'm in the suburbs in a townhome, non-fishing friendly community. And
yeah, you ain't kidding. Here's the address to my house. It's a gated community, and he sent me to the wrong gate.
and it's
trying to back my boat out. There's cars parked on the whole length of the road, dude.
Yes. It's not the best. It's not the best. I make it work. This tiny garage holds all my fishing stuff. This is where I prep for everything. And it's going to be nice to have a functional area that I can use, for the sport I love. It's so it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome having the right setup. But the boat's tricky. You know, I park in my driveway and sometimes down below. But if I do it for too long, I get a little letter in the mail from the homeowners association asking me to move it. So I do keep it down at the marina when I guide on the Chesapeake, which is nice. I don't have to drive it back through Highway 95 traffic every day. And right now it's actually, I'll bring it back when I come back from Lake Ontario next week, drive it to Wisconsin for a couple of weeks, and then I got to figure out what to do with it between then and when I sell it. So it's going to be a little challenge here in November, December, but try to be respectful with it. You know, meaning if there's snow coming, stuff like that in the forecast, I've always kind of got it out of the way, pushed it way up against the house here, and just made sure it wasn't in the way of people plowing and stuff like that. And the neighbors don't seem to mind too much, but it really is a hassle dealing with a bass boat here. Where do you keep yours, JP?
Oh, I got an aluminum carport. I got almost 2 acres, so in front of my house. I cut some pine trees down. I was at work one day, and this guy calls up, and he stopped over. My wife called me. She never calls me at work. So I'm like, what's up? And she's like, there's some guy here. He wants to stone inside the carport and all the way out to the street. I'm like, well, let me talk to him on the phone. So she put him on. This guy put like 2.5 feet of crushed stone down for $300. Steamrolled it out and everything. So it's perfect. I
Nice.
got power rain out there. And
Yeah.
so at least it's out of the elements.
How do you like that Ranger now that you've had it for a month or two without that carpet on the bottom?
How do I what?
How do you like that Ranger without the carpet in the
I
cockpit?
love that.
So it's just whatever it's called, sea deck or whatever.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about it at first was that, like, if you're in big waves and you stuff a wave and the wave comes down over the deck and it gets down in the cockpit, it'll like pool up if you're by yourself in the corner by your foot, where the carpet, I would think, would suck the water so you didn't see that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
But I've been in a couple of them that have carpet down there, and they seem to do the same thing.
I hear you.
So it must just be what it is. But I like it. It stays dry, man. It gets dry quick.
Heck yeah. Well, we better bring on our next guest real quick. Next guest, our co-host, Epic Eric. Where are you, bro? It looks like you're in a dungeon or something.
No, man. I'm trying to work it out so I can see the comments and see the show, but I can't.
Oh.
All I can see is the comments. So
I'm going to grab a
anyway,
refill
what's
real
going
quick.
on, man?
I'm going to grab a
Hey,
refill.
JP,
Yo,
how
I'm
are you,
going.
brother?
I'm doing
car,
great.
Man.
I'm doing great.
Down
It's
in
good. I'm
the
good to
Outer
see
Banks,
you.
man. Yeah, how you been? How
Yeah.
you been? How
I've
you
been good, man.
Can you
Just plugging along here.
hear- Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heard you fish tournament this weekend, man? Or you got one coming up?
I got one coming this weekend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, man. I love derbs, man. Team derbs is it a team derby or just individual for you?
It's a team tournament.
Who do you fish with up there? Who's your pop?
I'm gonna fish this one with my buddy Henry.
Okay. And that,
So-
how do you guys work the team aspect of it all? Like, are you the power guy? Is he the finesse guy? I mean, is it both you fishing the same thing? How do you organize your team event and what each guy will be doing?
Yeah, so basically, I am going to definitely be finesse fishing, but I'm going to be asking him to throw power the whole time. Because I know you can get a big one cranking there, but
right.
it just doesn't seem to be there yet. I haven't been able to do that yet. This water temperature is still too warm, so.
What kind of crankbait he's going to be throwing?
1.5.
Nice, man. You're going to be up shallow. I dig it. So, Travis, what's going on, man?
Man, I was just talking about how much fun we're going to have this weekend with
Oh, that's gonna be
17
a
mile an hour
blast.
southwest winds. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I'll be at the crab shack while you guys are out there, and
Now-
so you can tell me all about your day. You and what's the guy's name we're trying to go with? Joe Zaleski. I don't know. What's his name? The guy that you had on the podcast, the Erie guy.
Oh,
That
I don't
guy.
know. Yeah, something like that. Well, listen.
Larry
yeah.
Dahlberg.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
JP.
He had to cut out and he didn't want to properly say goodbye, so he just texted me, "I'm bouncing, peace." Hey, just like that. Yeah, they just come and go, Eric. They just come and go.
Hey, how many people are watching right now?
200.
First things first. Sorry, I got a little out of hand last week. I owe you a public apology again. I've done it twice, and how many years on the show?
2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I'd like to redo that one over, man.
I'm
sorry.
think you did anything wrong, Eric. In your defense, just me personally, I think
sorry.
BTC had a little bit to do with it.
He might have stirred the pot, but I went overboard, man. Sorry.
I think I did too, and
No,
that's why we're a little more calmer today.
I don't think you did at all.
I don't know.
You know my hot buttons, man, and that's you pushed it, and hey, before the show, Travis goes, "Let me have it hard tonight," because we got into it right before the show, and I did, and I'm sorry, man. I went overboard.
That's fine.
So anybody that is on the stream tonight that saw it full stop, and recognized that I went overboard, I'm telling you, I did. I don't want to do that again, man. I really don't like doing that.
Well, people are all. I'm sure you can see the comments here.
I can't see any comments. Tonight, so
they go. EE did go hard. LOL. Epic Eric never need to apologize. I thought last week was great. Wow. Mad respect, bro. Out of the box, you owned it. You did go overboard, but we know your heart, brother.
All right. I appreciate you guys saying that. I don't. I mean, as much as I tangle with Travis, I try to be a harmony guy in my life, but that topic.
The new safe word is Junebug crankbait. BTC ate too many jalapeno poppers.
Junebug crankbait. I called BTC. I wish I could play his voicemail he left me because I called him.
Real talk.
And I told BTC what he said. He goes, literally, BTC goes, "I said that." I'm like, "You said that on live stream."
It happens, dude. You only get into it like that with your true friends. True.
That's true. That's
I think
true.
We're all
good. News is he didn't fire me, and I'm still here. And we had a nice
Alex didn't come back. Alex didn't come back yet. So,
well, I just don't think he can make it tonight. How did he do in his tournament? Because I did not hear the update.
Ooh. Hold on, Gregory Hoggles. At least you didn't publicly call out Lunkers TV with 1 million followers like Luke Duncan did. I didn't see that. Did you see that?
I want to go back and watch that. I guess Luke Duncan called them out for something, and I think he just walked off the show. But maybe I've got it wrong, so I could be speaking out of turn. But there was definitely a controversy. So, hey, how did Alex do in his tournament on St. Clair? I know you were helping.
I don't think it was a tournament. I thought it was just fun fishing.
Oh, I thought it had a tournament. Okay. Gotcha.
No, because it sounded like he was driving up. I think he was just out there messing around, unless he just went in kind of blind because he didn't put a lot of time in up there.
Okay, I got you.
Huh.
I got you.
So a couple things, Eric, before we either wrap this up or continue. So Jimmy Big Time was on earlier.
What?
So we
Big Time on the show.
Yep. So we got to hang out with him. And guys, in the comments too, I did delete. So we had Cornell with YouTube fishing vids was on last week as well, which was great. So I saved half of it
a couple of times. He's awesome.
Yeah, he called me too. And so we talked. Yeah, we talked about that. The show still is up. Just parts were cut off from last week. Next week, the 18th, we're gonna do a Patreon live, and we're gonna get real creative with this because I'm gonna have Eric cornered in the cabin with me that night. And so something creative is going to happen. We might share a couple really cool top secret techniques with you guys on the Patreon next week on the 18th. So next week, Monday. The 25th, we have St. Croix Rods joining us, Eric, on the live show. That's going to be great. And then the 31st, Eric, I don't know if you know this yet because we haven't really talked. The 31st is Halloween night. It's not Monday. It's Sunday. We're going to have a special guest as well as BTC. And it's the Smallmouth Crush Halloween special, which you are invited to, but I do not expect you to show up to. Okay.
Who's the special guest?
Well, it's that Dave guy. It's Dave, the creature Dave.
It's Stormtrooper from Ike Live, man, who I think is hysterical, but apparently you and him are in the same camp, so I should probably not come on.
I don't know if it's going to be right for your vibe. Like, I don't know if you could handle it. Now we're gonna try not to talk politics because it's Halloween. It's more spooky stories. We're gonna stick with that
that's
theme.
fun. Ghost story is good, man. I'll be handing
So,
out candy in the neighborhood.
but
We
if you
have
do
neighbors
show
over.
up, there is one
Yeah.
rule.
What's that?
You have to
In
be in
costume?
your costume.
Oh, I have one that I
Do
might
you?
still have. I don't know. Yeah, I pull it off pretty good.
What's the last costume you wore for Halloween? Can you remember?
A pirate.
A pirate.
Yeah.
When was this? Do you have a picture?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Give me all your candy or your soul.
hey
The
guys,
choice
want to
is
know what
yours.
happened in your tournament?
Well, it was on my story a few minutes ago. So day one, you know, Scooter did fit in a day of practice and only managed about 11 pounds. So day one, we came out with 14.05. I threw an Epic Eric bait modified finesse bait that put a 3.5 and about a 2 3/4 in the boat, and then I caught a 4 on a crankbait later in the day, and Scooter caught a couple plopper fish. So we came out with 14.05. We're in second place going into day two. So Scooter and I have been in
14.05. You're in second
on-
place.
Yeah, because Kerr's been putting out 11 pounds. We would have won. You know, I mean that
Day
that was
one,
the heaviest.
second place.
Yeah.
Now there's quite a few boats, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot. There's a big field for the championship. You're
Okay.
fishing for a $45,000 range.
So how you guys feeling going into day two?
Not good because I caught a lot of fish that day that were 6 inches to 13.5. 14's a legal fish. Scooter caught some non-keepers too. I fished clean, which was awesome, and I fished clean day two, and we fell way short. In the last 40 minutes, plopper bites abounded. Saw a couple of the grown fish that were either hitting the bait with their mouth closed because they'd been so pressure from the regional that Cornell was there, and you know, practice. There was no off limits for practice for the boat this week, and so that lake had just been pounded. We got day one; it never stopped raining. I fished with my face off helmet on the top of my head all day, and I still got water
I
down
can
my
picture
shirt.
that.
Dude, I did wear my long boots, which was nice, man. The muck boots, that was fantastic. But my huck suit leaked like a sieve. My brand new Aftco, I did wear like wristbands, but still water was draining up my sleeve. It was just so much water, man. There was no way around it. But I was really happy with the day one bag, man. We were in striking distance. So that's the third time in 3 years we've been in either second or very close ounces out of the first place going into day two. And Scooter's been there many times on Kerr. So, you know, it gets you scratching your head about, we were going to gamble, and this is Scooter's call, just FYI, everybody. I don't make calls on the water. We'll talk about different scenarios. There's been a few times where, you know, I've made a suggestion and he's taken, it's worked out nicely, or it's not worked out. But there was a plan to make a very long run, and it was either going to zero us or work out. In hindsight, 100%, it would have put us in second place for a nice $4,000 check. So I probably was on the fence, on the side of the fence, to say, let's not make that run in hindsight. But we had hard rain, so that pattern could have been destroyed because of mud. You just don't know, man. And it was a long run. That would have been our entire day. Where'd you go, bro? That's weird. I don't even know where everybody is. Trav? Did I just lose you?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, what happened?
I had a sneeze, so I muted, but I took the off. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so there you go, man. That's the tournament wrap-up, man. Broken dreams. You might remember in the spring on the same lake, ounces out of first on day one with 16 and change. And that was with me losing a 6, which we saw swim 10 feet in front of the boat, pull and drag like a maniac. I mean, It's been a long time since I had a fish in the upper bay pull drag like that. I know my drag was set proper. I was fishing 10-pound test, and he's fishing 20. I was getting the bites, I think, because of the light line, but nonetheless, I did put 2 4.5s in the boat that day after I lost a 6 and a 4. So just, one day the luck's going to swing our way. It did in the Bojangles Championship. We voted what we needed to win that one in the points championship. But the white whale for Scooter Lilly is he's never won an Angler's Choice Championship or an Angler's Choice tournament. So
the white whale, is that a phrase? I've never heard of that.
The white whale is like your white whale, like you've heard of Moby Dick, right? And
who?
The white. You never saw the movie Moby Dick or read the book?
No.
Wow, that's a classic. It should be on your reading list or watch the movie.
Moby Dick?
Yeah, but the white whale is this captain's nemesis, and he's battled with this whale. This whale has destroyed boats, killed some of his men on his crew, and I won't spoil the story for you, but the white whale is something that you can never capture or attain, so it becomes your white whale in your life. Like for you, it would be an elite win, a trip to the Classic, All-American.
List goes on and on. Yes.
Well, no, a BFL or a major win, right?
Yeah.
You've won BFLs. I'm sorry. A major win for you is your white whale.
Okay.
Yeah. So my white whale right now is a boat with Scooter, right? And I'm into the team thing. So, or an Angler's Choice win. We've won cats, and we've won Cat Trail. We've won a Bojangles tournament. We've won a championship, a points championship. But the Angler's Choice is the last trail that for Scooter. And Scooter, obviously wants to fish the elites one day and go to a Classic. That's still his dream. So he'd like to do it. Yeah, man. But here's a really interesting thing. One of the lures I used this trip to catch my fish to add to the creel and to help put us in contention was probably better known as a smallmouth bait, and I'll say no more. And I modified it in the Bass Lab. So that brought me a lot of joy. And I don't know what compelled me to put it on other than we weren't getting bites. And so I went finesse.
The jerk shrimp?
No, but it would have been a good choice. Yeah, man, I threw it on 10-pound test, 10-pound braid with a 7.5-foot Conquest that I love. And the rod performed flawlessly. And reel and line, everything, man. I was real happy with everything that happened.
Nice.
Except for day 2, obviously. So, yeah. If you saw my story, you would have known. Standing there with a bag with not enough to close the door. But the guys who won have won 5 boats. 5 boats. Father-son team. They're on the water. They live on the lake.
We need to get them on the Smallmouth Crush season 2, Eric.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I don't know how much they'll say about what they do when you've won 5 boats. I don't think you're ready to talk about what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're catching them, because that's pretty lucrative. I think we've put it together. A guy would be interesting. I've got a few guys that I think would be interesting if you're talking about mixed bag anglers.
Yeah, and if anyone has
sticks, local
sticks
that are really good. You talked about that earlier with me in a conversation a couple weeks back.
So yeah, I think what we decided to do is interview the top consistent anglers in lower level tournaments, regional events, team events.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to learn there.
I forgot to ask earlier, if any of you guys have any suggestions, definitely, if you could maybe reach out to me on Instagram, instant message, let me know their names, and I'm going to add them to a list. I have a list of about 30 already that I've done no background research into them yet, but they're on it. Guys that are always right there, with the exception. We all have exceptions. If you could
Chesapeake.
Get
Jeff Coble and David Wright and Jeff Coble, man. I mean, Crankbait.
If you could think of the Chesapeake boys, like a Dave Wilder or John Venor,
Mike Centaur.
Centaur. Those guys. Those are who I'm talking about. Those guys that are
Jack Rinkers.
always there.
Yeah.
Top anglers that are
Yep.
consistently putting fish on the scales. I think that's going to be the theme for next year. So if you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know.
It'll be really interesting to see how much they talk about. I'm very
Mhm.
curious how much and how willing the local sticks will be. Jamie Newton just texted me a picture of a baby -1 fish from the Bass Lab in TK Stanley. That's pretty cool, man.
Hey,
Anyway, so thanks, Jamie. If you're on the stream, thank you, brother.
by the way, the
Hey, send it to Travis so you can post a picture. Like, share the screen.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Got distracted for a second.
I'm sorry. My fault. It's my fault. Jamie, dang it, Jamie Newton. No,
Waves Curtain Ice. Brett's going to be on the Smallmouth Crush podcast, actually, season 1. Brett Carnwright. He's a real good stick up north.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he does well in smaller events too. There might be some overlap. I think we could learn a few things from some of these guys that were on season 1, but I think we're going to have such a large list of guys for season 2 that it's going to be another project, Eric.
It's a good one, man. Really, really, really.
What I'd like to do is I'm trying to work with Alex, and he's going to help set these interviews up. But I'm going to try to do the majority of them on a Monday at 7.
Yeah.
And then perhaps have an overflow, meaning if I can convince that guest to stick around for a live and jump on for a half hour.
Very efficient. Great
idea.
idea.
We thought that'd be a good idea. So it'll be good. What else? Let's talk about this weekend real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared with different techniques. I got a lot of cool things I want to do. I have a list of videos I want to pound out with you.
What do you got?
And make.
I mean, just so I'm prepared with tackle.
Well, I'll have. I mean, honestly, Eric, it's probably going to be the same old stuff. But if we could get away with a few different things.
I got a few things that I really wanted to throw last time that
Well, I really want to. I want to take this week because it's going to be right or getting right. I really want to take this week to experiment with different chatterbaits, but more specifically with the stealth blade, because I'm hearing mixed reviews about it. Yeah, but I don't
have the vibration that I want, but maybe it'll work for smallmouth,
right
in clear water.
So I want to kind of,
and I have a Japanese version that we can compare, which was the original stealth blade.
That would be a really good thing to absolutely. Yeah. I'd really like to do that.
That's the one. I'll bring up my leech one. I'll bring up the little which I've caught a couple big fish with you on, the little shaky chatter jig, which is a micro chatterbait with a football head. I'll bring up
the biggest challenge, Eric, when we get to like Will's part of the section of the river, these fish just are not quite yet in there. They're not stacked. There's plenty of fish throughout the system, but I was talking earlier how I like to go up there, when your fingers are cold, and it's like, it's not like that right now. It's going to be fairly mild.
Perfect.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get a little blade bait bite going, a silver buddy bite going yet.
I don't care. I'm so happy it's going to be mild. I can't even tell you.
But we need to figure out a few things, Eric. We have to figure. I know you're driving from Deep Creek straight up there.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just thinking out loud. Since we're going to go to the Wills later in the week, maybe we leave a day or two earlier and do a little Champlain topwater action.
No, can't do the earlier thing, but I can still do the sketch that we talked about.
No.
Oh, you mean that go to Champlain first?
No, we're going to go to. I know what day you're coming up next week.
Right.
I'm saying we have all week up there. Maybe we take a day earlier. Before we get to Will's.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
and just do a little something different.
That's fine for me. Yeah,
Or
sure.
maybe we go try to catch a couple of these largemouth in the St. Lawrence on these windier days.
That'd
Like
be
maybe
cool. That'd be
Sunday, I
cool.
take you to a couple of these little ponds on Lake Ontario and do some
my
largemouth
gosh.
fishing.
That'd be so much fun.
You love that.
What are we gonna? What do we throw? Flipping,
Frogging.
frogging,
So
what?
do you have like frog rods and flipping rods?
Sure, man. I brought them down to. I didn't know what I was gonna be getting.
You got your
into
waders with
car.
you? I'm just
negative.
asking.
No, won't be waiting.
Okay.
What the hell, waiting?
I'm just
I'll be
throwing out
waiting.
ideas, dude.
I'll be waiting for you to get back with an
Oh,
energy
jeez.
drink, and I'll be going. Caw, caw. That was a pretty funny moment on that show, that video we did.
Yes.
Awesome. Sounds exciting.
There you go.
Thanks for the invite.
So tomorrow at 1 o'clock ish, we'll be talking.
That's right. The
You ghosted
tour.
me 3 times, so hopefully.
No, you see, this is where you start with me, Paul. Everybody knows the deal. You ghosted me.
Everybody knows the deal.
Exactly.
Mm.
You're the one that needs the sponsorship money to get the approval from your good wife.
Mm-hmm.
Is there going to be a White Claw budget in that thing? I hope so. With the way you
Man.
down those things, hell yeah, you better have some White Claw. What's this line item in this budget for White Claws? Well, there's this thing. He likes to drink.
We're
We're going to need it.
gonna have to figure out a way to get White Claw to sponsor us, perhaps.
Well, I mean, you're promoting them every week, man.
Where do you start?
I don't even know. Call up the White Claw marketing director.
Hey, bud.
DM their Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Travis Manson with SmallmouthCrush. I drink like a fish on the live streams, White Claw. And so, I think you've turned a few people onto it. White Claw sales must be going up.
They have to be.
I'm somebody out there. Sound off anybody on the stream. If you never tried a White Claw before you saw Travis drinking a White Claw.
Hey guys, I
Be
just want to give a
honest.
heads up too. I was talking to Cortland Braid the other day because I was going to place an order for their straight black braid. I'm just going to throw this out there to everybody. They had, I guess they had an issue with their production with that color bleeding a little bit. And so they had to take it off until they can correct that if they ever do. I'm not sure. So I got really concerned and dove down a very deep path when it comes to braided line and visibility.
What'd you
Hold
come up
on.
with?
Hold on. Matt from BTL. Jeez. I can't keep up with these people.
Bang
So
back.
here's my theory. Because I was kind of pissed off when I found out they don't have black anymore. Because you guys know I like high vis for any type of bait that you're going to crawl, work like a Ned, like a drop shot, where you have a nice long fluorocarbon leader. And although you can certainly cast a swim bait or a hair jig on high vis yellow and put maybe a 10, 15 foot leader, I don't like to have a very long leader when I'm making a lot of casts, especially with my aggressive approach when it comes to casting a spinning rod, like with a hair jig. Because, having it come out of the guides all the way, I think that knot isn't as I think there's some weak points that can be had throughout the day if you don't check that or retie often.
Haven't you mastered the FG yet?
Okay, before we get to that, well, let's get to that, and then we'll get back to that. So the FG knot, Eric, I want to master it, and I watched 5 or 6 videos on it.
Yeah.
And I cannot do what these guys are doing on the YouTube video.
I can't do it either. And can
You
you
really
try to tie it and win? No, I tried it.
No,
Every
I
one
think
of them
if I
slipped
could
out.
figure out the
half hitch,
the dynamics of it, I can do it. But I have not found anyone on YouTube yet to show me properly when I'm sitting here trying to press pause and hold line and then play. Like, I just can't do it, dude.
I couldn't either. I said, screw it. Yeah, it's frustrating.
So my point is I'm going to hopefully over the winter, that was my one of the things I have on my list of things I really want to try to figure out is that FG knot. But if I can't do it, my point is with this braided line, I like to keep it short if I'm throwing a swim bait, a hair jig, something like that. And I always went straight black because I felt like it blended in, or, you know, it wasn't high vis yellow. Not that, who knows what fish see? Nobody knows. I don't care if you're a biologist. I don't care what you think. Okay. We don't know how fish see color. I don't think. I don't know how you could. I don't know, Eric. Convince me otherwise. But I stumbled upon a video of someone that had a bunch of line on tied up, different color braid, and went underwater and looked at it with sun, clouds, different water conditions, things like that. And white was actually one of the hardest braids to see.
That's crazy. I throw that for speckled trout.
Because obviously the sky's light, and you think about it, most fish bellies are whiter, lighter on the bottom, right? Blends in. I think I'm going to really give the straight white a try on all my horizontal presentations.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
great idea.
In those videos I watched, black stood out quite a bit, and so did
crazy.
Now, the only thing is when you're, you know, tannic water, or if you're in a lot of water with vegetation. So picture the Chesapeake Bay. You know, it's turbulent. You got a lot of algae and stuff down there, and grass. The green blended in very well. You know, moss green.
That's what I throw.
So they still make moss green. I just thought, what am I going to do now that they don't make black, or perhaps not bring it back?
It sounds like you don't have to worry about it. I
think I'm going to give white a try on those rods.
Yeah,
and hopefully be happy. But I'm actually going to do, and I talked with them. I want to grab a couple sample braids when I get some time, hopefully on one of my next trips up there. And I would like to do an underwater test just like this guy did on his YouTube videos, but more towards, you know, clear water, Great Lake stuff, and see what it looks like. So I'm going to actually try to make a YouTube video about that, and try straight white on those casting baits. So we'll see. Let me know in the comments, you guys.
Should be a good video.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. You know that. But
while you're underwater, I'll do the reeling.
There you go. Well, we have cameras on poles. I don't have to get in the water, bro.
I'm messing with you, man.
Okay. I just
like the concept of you swimming around with a smallmouth.
I'm sure you did.
That's pretty cool, man. Jump on in, bro. The water's just fine.
Yes. Yes.
That would be kind of funny. You in a bathing suit, Speedo, or something.
We could do that. You know, I wanted to do that. I can't give it up. I told you what I wanted to do.
Don't yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah, and what about that one we were going to trap the crawfish and tie jigs right?
Oh, that too.
And go out. Yeah, that's a good one.
We have a lot of good ideas, Eric, but they just never.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
All right, your assignment is to learn the FG knot.
Okay, I'll try to do it. I accept the challenge.
How about we make a video of us trying? Actually, that'll be the Patreon next week.
That's
we're
funny.
Both going to try to tie an FG.
Try the old FG. Okay, that'd be great. I love it.
I got so frustrated.
Me too.
I probably watched 4 YouTube videos on it.
I watched the same one 20 times. Who's that?
Our buddy Dave Brown.
Dave Brown.
He says watch Chris Eldane video.
All right.
We'll try it. Never.
That will be our tutor.
It would be nice to have it set up perfectly, be able to tie it quickly, not have to worry about that anymore.
You got to have tension on the line, so that's a challenge in the boat on a windy day. But maybe it's less tough. My fingers were so pruned on Saturday. I retied a leader. And
dude,
it was just so hard.
Eric, when I don't care what knot your time. I don't care what knot your time. I believe when your line is wet and your fingers are soaked,
yeah,
it is very hard
Let me tell you something.
to tie a knot
Oh, it's
under
brutal.
those conditions. That's the worst.
Oh yeah, and a
And
tournament.
I don't know
or a boat.
if you get, I get cuts in my fingers from braid quite a bit.
Got one right here.
And that is one of the most painful things in the world.
They're nasty, man.
Because that line will just find that cut again 2 days later and open that thing back
right
up.
back
Dude.
up. Oh, it's terrible. Yep. The
Mhm.
rigors of tournament fishing.
Craziness.
It truly is.
Well, I appreciate the comments, guys. I'm definitely going to check out the Zaldane video.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get that right. But listen, there's a lot of things I want to do, Eric. I want to throw the pointer, Monster Bass will be joining us. I told these guys next week up at Will's. We have a lot of crazy stuff we want to do as far as baits, different. Really want to get a top water bite going.
Yes.
What are you pointing at there with those ET fingers, bro?
I'm looking at the comments, man.
I thought you couldn't see the comments.
Well, if I can't see the stream, if I'm looking at the comments, man.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, take your time. How about those T-shirt sales? People are asking. Do we still have some available still on the Epic Eric's Bass Lab?
There's one left.
Oh.
Unless it already sold out, but it'll say, if you look at your phone and go to my Instagram, just click on it. It'll say sold out under it. There was one left when I left last week. So
you saved me one, right?
On the River Rat, that's it.
No.
You ain't gonna wear no River Rat T-shirt. That's not you, bro. You know it, man. You would never be sporting it.
I do like the vintage look of those stickers. I actually looked at them today a little bit.
Did you?
And I like it. I was thinking
cool.
maybe you could get me in connection with your artist and we do kind of a retro smallmouth crush thing. I'll pay him. Don't worry.
He's so busy, man.
Oh, come on.
I can't even get him anymore right
Really? He's done with you.
No, I got 10 more designs in the queue. But anyway, he's quit his full-time job as a commercial painter.
Just to make stickers for Eric? Jeez.
No.
Unreal.
No, if you look at his website, and I tag him in all my posts, or his Instagram, you'll see what he did recently as this entire side of a building with this really cool salmon mural. I mean, it's just extraordinary, man. He's on a crane, a lift. He's got another dude that he does it with. So he's been going. He just spent the last week doing that. So he's just. I don't know how much he's booked up, man. I might be lucky to get a few more.
I gotcha. A couple questions. Why not go straight floral for the swim baits with a swivel? There's something about that small 5-pound diameter braid that really lets me launch a bait. And this was a year, and part of it, and thanks to a couple good friends of mine, JP included, and another gentleman, I don't know, I can even name his name. But I've thrown a swim bait a lot more than I have in the past this year. And I threw it on the old 7-foot medium light Legend Extremes. And I've had a lot of success with it. But about a month ago, St. Croix sent me their new victory rod called the Crosshair rod, which is designed to throw a hair jig, which it does beautifully. I have a video in queue that will be up here in the next couple of weeks about that. But I thought, you know what? This is a 710, I believe, extra fast, medium light rod. Let me tie one of these 1/8-ounce little swim jigs on and try it. And wow. So distance, of course. The ability to fight these big smallmouth. Now we're talking.
Dude.
It was night and day. I basically have an order for 4 of those in for next year because I can see myself definitely throwing a hair jig and these smaller swim baits on that rod.
No question, dude. I throw it on my 7.6 Conquest, and I landed one over 7 with Scooter on a finesse swim bait,
largemouth,
a largemouth, and he was like, "Well, that was after I caught a 4.5 on the Gancraft." So I was throwing a 5-ounce bait 1 minute and throwing I don't know,
What was the swim bait? Can you talk about it?
No.
No?
No, I won't.
Why?
It's just one of my little things that has put fish in the boat for me.
Okay.
I can't. Once I went.
Oh, I know what it is.
Maybe.
I know.
But you got to keep that under wraps, man.
All right. Fair enough.
Thanks.
I don't even want to spell the first letter.
Right.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I got a bunch of them.
Yes, you do.
And a big order for next year.
Right on.
Yes. Are you using that special head with that?
Well,
We'll leave it at that. All right, dude. I know you got a busy night ahead. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure a way out of here, dude.
yeah, I know.
I mean, I feel bad keeping you in your car. I don't know if you have it running. I don't know if the doors are closed. The garage doors are closed. I don't know what's going on.
It's running. It's running. I got my little loom cube. I was ready for the stream tonight, man.
I got you.
So
well, I
sorry,
appreciate the I wasn't mad when you said you're going to be late. I gave you a little shit. I said starts at 8 o'clock. We'll see you at 8:02. We saw you 8:50. That's fun.
Funny, man. I scarfed down dinner, man. I just ate and run from like a group of 8 people that are expecting me to be there. So
I know. You have
yeah.
Well,
So they're having dessert now. So
you got to keep that product moving on the Bass Cartel. Big Bass Cartel.
That's right. There it is.
That's what you do. You're
That's
a mover
right.
and
That's
shaker.
right.
All right, guys. Next week, Monday, Patreon. Maybe Eric will talk about his favorite swim bait for largemouth. Maybe not. And we're gonna have a good time next week up in upstate New York. Quite a bit of adventures. Looking forward to that. Of course, MonsterBass will be the following week with us, and then kind of back to the grind for a week, and then I go to Wisconsin. Eric, you coming with me?
No. What are you doing in Wisconsin?
I'll take you to a secret spot.
Wisco. Now maybe. That's a long drive, man.
Eric, if you drive, I'm going to be there for a couple of weeks.
Wow.
So if you get the itch,
maybe I will.
I swear to you, I could put you on a fish every cast.
That's crazy.
We're going to have a close to a 30-pound bag.
That's nuts.
And it'll be the best day of smallmouth fishing you'll ever have.
That's nuts.
I promise.
A dirty 30 smallmouth.
I mean,
crazy.
close. I've never done it there on this spot.
Yeah.
That time of year, but I know what's up.
Right.
It can happen. I've come close.
That'd be fun.
Let's just call it 27 to be safe. We'll get you on 27-pound bag.
That's pretty stellar. Pretty stellar. We got a lot of fishing ahead, man. I'm excited.
All right.
Good deal, man. All right, man.
Sounds good. All right, guys. And as always,
All right,
until
man.
next time. I'm so happy this just went smooth. No cuss words, really.
No.
This is a nice family show tonight.
I don't even
Probably
think I
boring
said
as hell. Listen, by the way, we're going to get back into more techniques this winter, too.
Yeah,
I want to
good.
break down shit with you, Eric. I want to get in the Bass Lab with you. I want to
Yeah.
talk about your crazy creations, all
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thoughts. I want to get more into that as well.
Yeah,
We're going to have
awesome.
structure moving forward with the live show. We're going to let
Good.
loose, but we got to get some more fishing information out there as well. So
That's right. Yeah,
that's
no,
that's my plan
love-
moving forward.
I love your podcast ideas for next year. It's awesome. I'm excited to see what they'll divulge,
Yeah.
There's some incredible guys that, before live scope and before GPS were literally taking everybody's money. David Williams, there's some old guard guys you should not forget about. It's interesting. So yeah, check it out. So I'm going to be on Bass U tomorrow night. They asked me to
I
co-host
know that.
again.
Man, regular guest over there.
It's a swim bait.
And
show
what are we
tomorrow
talking
night.
about next week or tomorrow night?
It's going to be swim baits.
I bet Alex will be there for that one, huh?
The guy from KGB.
You want me to go off?
No, man.
All right. I'm sorry. What was going on?
It's the founder of KGB Swim Baits. He's
Did
best known
BTC
for
come up
their-
with this idea?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
best known for their Chad.
What are you going to talk about? Why are you going on?
Swim baits, bro? Rise
are you,
and glide,
like a-
bro? This is a rise and glide show, bro. What can I tell you,
This
man?
is ridiculous.
I think you saw the power of the glide bait with me, didn't you?
All right. Maybe you could mention Smallmouth Crush.
They mention it. They mention it every time I'm on, man, and they mention me as the co-host of
All
Smallmouth
right.
Crush. So
Can you tell them about your big adventure you're coming up with me?
Of course, man.
All right.
So people tune in. You got it. Absolutely.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. I'd love to get on a glide bait bite up there. It's
Ooh,
glide bait
dude,
time, man.
dude. Those baits that what's his nuts sold me and TK painted?
Yeah.
What's his
great.
nuts? What is his nuts?
It's Austin Neary from
Austin,
Green
yes.
Texas
We love Austin. We gotta get Austin back on the show.
Fishing. Yeah, right.
There's so many good guests I forget about. Anyways, I got the whole bag of these things, and I'm thinking maybe we bring them up too. Worst case scenario, we catch a muskie.
I absolutely should bring them up because a muskie would be extraordinary.
I really,
And
you know what? Yes. How
I'm
about we
really
do
curious
this?
to see if a
How about
big
we make a
fish-
video?
Yeah.
At least 6 hours of
Yeah.
throwing these baits
Yeah.
up on Will's waters there.
I'd be very curious to see if we
You got a rod that can
followers.
handle that?
Dude, what are you kidding me?
I don't know what you're packing, dude.
Dude, what are you talking about?
All right.
You watched me catch a 6-pounder in front of you when you gave me the boat for
I
15 minutes, man.
understand.
So what are you asking me? I threw it on the rod that can handle a 6-pounder. And if I caught a 10, it could have handled. What do you think I caught this year with Scooter? One that had a 10-pound frame. It turned out to be an 8.6.
All right, we're throwing that.
On GoPro, bro. So yeah, can I handle an 8.5? Sure. Can I
Okay.
handle a 6? Sure. Have I caught lots of 5s?
That's
sure.
on my list. We're gonna throw those.
Have I seen double digits follow it? For certain. Have I thrown rat baits and caught them? Absolutely. Yeah, man. You know I dabble in everything. I'm what they call I'm a dilettante. You know the word? It's a
Yes.
good 50 center. A
Dilettante.
dilettante. Look it up, man.
Dilettante?
That dilettante. That means
Dilettante.
yeah. No, not tat. Taunt.
I'm just gonna say you're a
Dilettante.
dilettante, and I'm looking forward to it. All right.
That means I dabble in a lot, but I don't go deep sometimes. So,
Yes. You're what's it called? A master of none?
no, I'm a master of some, bro. I think I showed you a few times.
You
Yeah,
have.
you're the master of what? The DT6.
No. Yes.
No, you're not.
I
You're the
relate to a
master-
DT6.
You're the master of finesse, is what you are. And
True,
you have
true.
mastered techniques, and you teach people a lot, and you can catch the shit out of them
Yes.
when you're looking at them and you're throwing finesse. That's what you love to do, and that's what you're really, really, really good at.
But
Yeah.
next week we're throwing big glide baits for muskies.
Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be fun. I mean, it's glide bait season, bro.
Eric, we haven't talked since a while, but I have another
Yeah.
thing. I this Jason Gramada guy interviewed.
Yeah.
We're gonna be trying a few things that he taught me up there as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa. Cool.
dude, excited.
Spinning rod stuff or bait casting
Believe it
rod
or
stuff?
not, you wouldn't think, but yes.
Yeah.
hmm
Spinning rod.
Actually, as soon as we get done with this, stay on. I'll talk to you real quick.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Sounds
guys. All right.
good. All right. Tight lines, everybody.
We'll see you guys.
Peace.
All right.